Thank you, Kinda. Thank you for opening the session. So I am Mohammed Amir Afzal. As Kinda said, I'm the Senior Account Manager here in CATEC. Here we can see that we have an exciting agenda today. So I'm going to start with elucidating about CATEC's achievement that will and its past experience in digital transformation, automation, and modern solution. That will be CATEC introduction. And then we will discuss the insights about the board and committee meetings. That is going to be the topic number 2. And then we'll also have a peek into our product Qarar, which will be followed by a case study. And at the last, my peer, Mohammed Saleh, will give you the demo of the product, and he will show you the beauty of Qarar. So we are basically a multinational company, which with having a presence in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, which is a UAE. We have office in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We have office in Amman, Jordan, and in London as well. CATEC started its operation in 2005, and we have a bequest of 16 years in working with the government and enterprise sectors. We have more than 100 customers from these both sectors, and we had completed more than 200 projects successfully. The best part is that due to the exceptional project deliveries, we have been recognized and awarded more than 30 times by these government enterprises. We are also partners with Nintex, Microsoft Gold Partner. We are partners of Excel, UiPath for robot process automation. You can see over here the quality and compliance, which shows that the qualities are top priority, and therefore we are an ISO certified, and we also got Sheikh Khalifa Excellence Award twice, continuously in 2013 and 14 for the quality project management. So we can see CATEC has 4 main business domains. One of them is, the first one is digital transformational products. Now these product info will show up in further slides. We're going to talk about it. And then we have enterprise solution and services. And this we help customers bringing ideas to life by using the emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, robot process automation, data analytics, big data. We also use Microsoft technologies like .NET, SharePoint, Xamarin, and a lot more. So the idea behind is to do the customized application work depending on customer requirement. So we bring, as I said, we bring ideas and visions to life. Other than this, we have smart waste management and e-mobility, that is electric vehicle charging solution. Now these are the initiative of CATEC as a smart city initiatives. We'll talk about it in coming slides as well. In terms of customers, so we have built basically a massive success story with enormous customers, and we have a big list of them. And to name few of them will be the Dubai Executive Council, Ministry of Interior, Jordan Kuwait Bank, Tadweer, one of the biggest customers as well in the waste management division. We have Abu Dhabi Executive Council. We have Abu Dhabi Customs, Abu Dhabi Department of Economic Development, Abu Dhabi Pension Fund. We have Mohammed bin Zayed University, and we have a lot more customers. Like the list can keep on going. So these are the majority you can see are from the government sectors, but we have customers from the enterprise sector as well, which are Emaar. We have Mercedes-Benz, we have Jaguar, and we have more like Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank and more. We'll talk about CATEC's product, which I just mentioned in the previous slides, the digital transformational products. So these products basically are the result that CATEC have been aligned with the UAE government strategy and the market needs of ongoing paperless digitalization and automating the manual and digital processes. We all know that currently there is a big need in when we see in the global market due to the current situation. So all the companies and businesses realize the need of going paperless and getting their processes digitalized. And even if those processes are digitalized, there is a need of getting those processes automated, like digital automation. So we built our products based on these trends which are going on, and we will be having moving forward. We will be having webinars for all of these products in the coming days. And if anyone wants to see a demo of any of the product, please feel free to drop us a message in the Q&A box, and we will be very happy to schedule it accordingly. So the first product is Bark. Bark is an Arabic name of correspondence, and it's a correspondence management solution. So it is 100% paperless, you can see. It's a cloud-based solution, and it is on-premises as well. Again, I would stress on it that, which is an important part, it's a paperless digital correspondence management solution. It was designed to eliminate the papers and digitalize the communication and have internal and external processes at one centralized location. We were also honored by one of the top firms in the USA that was called Market Research Company, which does a similar work like Gartner's Peer Insight. So as per this company, in 2019, CATEC was nominated as a top player from the UAE market, the only company from the UAE market to provide paperless correspondence management system. Then we have the other one. We have strategy management system that is which seamlessly connects the enterprise strategies with the project execution, and it helps the entire organization, especially the management, to monitor the performance metrics. So specifically, when we have come up with any strategy, it starts with from the top management, and then goes towards the relevant departments, and then there are so many tasks associated with it. So all of these steps are covered in this strategy management solution. We have Iftikhar. Iftikhar is also an Arabic word of innovation management system. So we say that Iftikhar, better known as innovation management system. So basically, this is changing the way companies innovate for better and for good. And we all know that the transformation happens when ideas come to life, and that's what Iftikhar is for. So basically, it's a creativity-based innovation platform that captures ideas from external and internal stakeholders within a collaborative environment. So we'll talk about Qarar. Since we have this demo, this present webinar is specifically related to Qarar, but I'll just go ahead with a very brief info about Qarar over here. Qarar, as we know, Qarar is basically a cloud and on-premises smart-based board management system. Now, this solution allows the committees, boards to run the full cycle of pre-meeting, during meeting, and post-meeting processes. And the best part is that Qarar is integrated with Zoom and Microsoft Teams. So you and your board of directors can have a leverage of having virtual meetings on the same platform. And the another best part is that on the top of it, Qarar has its own digital assistant bot. Now, this bot is known as Qarar bot, which we will discuss in the coming slides about the Qarar. At the last, we have our product Mahin. Now, Mahin is a very interesting innovation of CATEC, so which was built on machine learning, AI algorithm, and it's an image-based recognition technology. So one of the products which we developed on this Mahin platform that was digital assistant. Now, this digital assistant, it works through Microsoft Teams and WhatsApp. So basically, it allows the management to request multiple reports at any point of the day through their WhatsApp or through their Microsoft Teams, and the bot can get the job done within few seconds, like we can say within a fraction of a minute. So imagine at 8 p.m. or 10 p.m. A manager wants to see the project status report, or maybe wants to see what was the financial report for the last quarter, or maybe anything. You just imagine any report, and instead of this manager opening up these you can say their desktop, their laptop, or even from their mobile, opening up different portals or different CRM to get these reports, all they can do is they can just take out their WhatsApp or their Microsoft Teams, and they can request to our digital assistant Mahin, and the Mahin will fetch all these reports from different portals on the backend and will send it to the requester within a fraction of time. So again, at the last, Mehen is basically also an Arabic name. It is derived from Mehna. Mehna means assistance. Smart City Initiative, which I discussed in our in the top, the 4 business domains. So basically, in Smart City Initiatives, EV charging management is one of them, and we are proud to say that we are one of the pioneers in the UAE, and also we are the sole distributors of the EV box. So when I say we are the pioneers of UAE, we are the pioneers of introducing electronic vehicle solutions in the UAE market, and in fact in the GCC. And when I talk about the sole distributors, we are the sole distributors of EV box in the entire GCC and Africa region as well. We are also authorized by Tesla for providing EV charging solutions, and we have our own application as well that is called Shapik. Now this Shapik helps you in finding your near electric stations, and it also lets you know that when your charging is going to end, when it's full. It gives you entire details about it. Smart city waste management. So as I mentioned, CATEC has a division that is specifically for smart waste management, and we all know if I talk about today's trend talking about sustainability and going, you can say, eco-friendly. So waste management has become a major environmental challenge across the Middle East due to the high waste generation rate. So therefore, CATEC smart waste management, we have made it a steady progress in this region by partnering with big vendors in this sector. And with our high experience and certified team, we were able to provide the concentrated efforts to make this region at par with the developed countries. So that's our goal behind the smart waste management. We have highly experienced resources and staff who have the in-depth knowledge about how the smart waste management works. So moving forward, I would like to shed some light on who are basically the board of directors and committee executives, council members, and why these governing legislative meetings are so important. So why we think that these meetings have, we can say, they are so important that there should be no challenges faced for such kind of meetings. So at the first, the committees and board of directors we know that those are counted as one of the most important official groups of an organization who conduct these governance and statutory meetings. So these groups play an important and fundamental role in the growth of an organization by regulating policies, procedures, giving recommendations on productive, innovative projects. And also their responsibility is to govern the organization-wide performance. So they have a lot of coming up on their shoulders because they are responsible to monitor the entire organization-wide performance and policies. It depends on it's depending on them that on which direction an organization is going. So it's a very, very important group and who has very important responsibility with them. We know that these meetings do come up with enormous challenges for the boards and committee executives because since they're doing a very important work, and no work in this work is challenge-free. We know that. So every process or every work comes up has its own challenges. So do these kind of meetings. They also have certain challenges, and we know that their work, these board of directors and committee executives, their work has become much more complex in the last few years. Nowadays, these directors are spending more time on their board related activities and than ever before. So committees and boards have to play a more active role in overseeing business strategies, risk management, policies, procedures, and organization governance. And we feel that nonetheless, some of the big challenges which they face are voting on decisions, keeping the track of the attendees' minutes of meeting, creating those minutes of meeting. They need someone who has to do it. and decisions, following up on decisions, and etc. Specifically getting the signatures. We know that a meeting is happening manually, and getting the signatures done on the papers. It takes a lot of time because you have to take signatures from all of the board members, and then you have to follow up with them. So it's very time consuming. Plus, it's consuming your papers as well. So other ones are security, confidentiality, privacy of topics and committees. We know all the committees, they do not want to show or they do not want to discuss their topics with the other ones. Some of them can be very highly confidential, maybe related to the security compliance or maybe related to the legal compliance as per the federal laws. So these committees do have, or these board of directors do have the confidential meetings as well. Following delays in getting, as I said, delays in getting approvals on the agenda and decisions, follow up on decisions, writing minutes of meeting and its distribution among the members, assigning tasks related to decisions and following up manually, which is a very hectic job, tracking and searching old meetings, documents, decisions, and etc. Like there are a lot more challenges which they face, but these we feel that few of them important one. Okay, and then we discussed about what are these groups and what is their important role in the organization and what kind of challenges they face. But we need to see that how these challenges can be overcome, or what things should be done to empower these board of directors, or how it can they can benefit from the technology. So we come up and we see that how a modern solution can revolutionize the board meetings, or how it can be a game changer for them. Basically, modern governance is a practice of empowering leaders with the technology, insights, and processes. Now, this helps them fuel good governance that organization, like almost every organization, requires. So we'll give an example of how this modern solution can help them, or with such modern solution, the committees and board members gets the insight analytics to securely access board materials, track company performance, and gather real-time information around competitive news and regulatory filings to achieve good governance. A digital board. So what if we'll talk about a digital board? So digital board is a board of directors who have a digital solution. So a digital board management can fulfill the needs fulfill their needs by increasing their ability to meet the challenges of modern governance, and it also gives a better pulse on overall organization performance to them. So we see that in a constantly moving business environment, having the right technology infrastructure, it empowers your committees and board members with the necessary framework to meet these governance challenges that will be head on. So I would say that last but not least, one of the benefits can be that these committees and board members can gain a competitive edge to improve governance by having the right information, analytics, and insight to spot risk and act right away on the opportunities and turn these insights into action. So that can be these are some of the benefits which can happen for the if any boards or committees or council members, they start using a modern solution, a digital solution for their board meetings. So here is the moment of truth, basically. So Qarar is the right modern solution for these challenges. Now we will discuss that what is Qarar and how your board of directors and committee executives can benefit from it and align themselves with the modern governance. So Qarar is basically a web-based meeting management solution that is specifically designed to automate and simplify every aspect of board and committee meetings. It has the ability to turn the manual meetings into a quick and simple electronic dealings using modern interface. Now, our solution aspires to empower your board leaders, committee executives with the technology insights and processes which their organization needs to govern endure, and thrive in a digital age. So basically, this helps, Qarar helps the board of directors and the committee members, council members, to be prepared completely for the pre-meeting, during meeting, and post-meeting steps, all of the challenges which are involved into these steps. So Qarar helps, empowers them, and also helps them in overgoing through those challenges, and giving them a better modern, you can say, modern interface, user-friendly interface, which runs these processes smoothly. So as also I mentioned that in the previous slide, Qarar has its own digital assistant bot who helps these board of directors and committee executive to stay updated head on 24/7. Now they can request the last, for example, they can request, they wanted to see a last minutes of meeting. So instead of sending an email or sending a message to their manager or to the personal assistant, sorry, personal office secretary, they can send a message to the Qarar bot. That can be done through Microsoft Teams or through WhatsApp. They can send a message that they want to see the last minutes of meeting, or they want to approve or reject any pending items. That can be approval on a decision, that can be approval on the agenda, approval on the topics, or they can also mark their attendance or their absence through the spot. So for in case, in instance, something important has come up and they won't be able to join the meeting, so they can always take out their they can reach out to the spot, and send a short code that they will not be attending the meeting, and the bot on the back end will open the system and mark their absence. And also the bot can delegate their position, their attendance to any other person which the requester will allow or which the requester will assign to. So the bot here is able to perform a lot of functionalities, a lot of you can say jobs on behalf of the requesters. So this makes Qarar as unique and as you can say standing out from the other solutions out from the market, that you get the bot which is able to assist you 24/7 and make your life easier. Here you can see we have the logical architecture and the compatibility of Qarar. Now, in the compatibility, you can see that Qarar is compatible for all kind of devices, and Qarar is also compatible with the backend systems like one-time password, Active Directories, single sign-on, workflow engines, Exchange server, and any document management system which you might be using. It is also compatible with the third-party applications that can be Microsoft Dynamics CRM, it can be Oracle SCP, it can be Zoom, it can be Teams if you're using, or it can be any robotic RPA if you want to use. So it's kind of compatible with all these technologies. When we talk about the logical architecture, so basically in the first layer, you can see we have members, committees, agenda and topics, decisions, voting. We have a dashboard. We have reports specifically for these kind of meetings. In the second layer, we can see we have digital assistant, that is Qarar bot. We have mobile app. We have native application. In the third layer, we have single sign-on. We have one-time password. And then we have Qarar, and down we can see that we have a database with the integration with the third parties. If I talk about, this was the compatibility and logical architecture, but I need to talk about a little bit of the functionalities of Qarar. So I'll be precise about it, but talk about few functionalities. So Qarar basically covers full cycle, as I said, of pre-meeting, during meeting, and post meetings. Here you can create your committees, you can manage the committees, you can create new meetings, you can manage all of those meetings. You can define the timeline of each topic for which needs to be discussed or to be presented during the meeting. You can easily manage agendas, annotations, documents, discussion of the board meetings. You can also automate, you can also have the automated distribution of minutes of meeting which is like quite quickly and secure as well. Qarar also provides you the real-time updates to the meeting materials anywhere on the go. So here we also have electronic voting and decisions, which happens during the meeting. Like all of the attendees and the board members or the committee executives during discussing any point, they can give their votes, and these votes can also either it can be public or it can be private. Like no one else can see it except the meeting coordinator or the chairman. So there are certain privileges which can be controlled into Qarar. We have electronic signatures, which is a fast approval on the decisions, agendas, topics, or minutes of meeting. Now you don't need to wait for getting the signatures done on the paper from all of the board members and wait for maybe 2, 4 days, 3 days. As soon as the meeting is finished and the minutes of meetings are generated, it's been distributed among the members, and those minutes of meeting are signed electronically right away. So it's reducing the turnaround time as well. Now, discussion on there's a separate session which is having discussion on meetings, having discussion on topics. Now, this discussion is not verbally. This discussion I'm talking about similar having a chat related to passing the comments or notes related to any topics within the system. It has a personalized dashboard for these board of directors, and it's bilingual, which is in Arabic and in English. It also has facility of having remote meetings through Microsoft Teams and Zoom as well. So these were some of the features, but there are so more which I'm sure we cannot cover up. I cannot specifically cover up in this 1 hour session. Qarar has a lot of features when it comes to the board meeting processes. Now, so to have the more clarity on what we have discussed so far, so I would like to show you a case study. Now, this case study is for one of our customers who is in the banking and financial domain in Jordan. We had a lot more case studies. As I said, we have customers from the government sectors also, but we prefer to give this case study from the banking and financial sector. So the Jordan Kuwaiti Bank has more than 64 branches throughout the Jordan and Cyprus area, and they have many committees who are responsible to roll out policies and procedures, also the governance of the overall bank performance. So we'll talk about the challenge. Basically, the bank was running these meetings in a manual way and were facing a lot of challenges in assigning and following up on tasks. Voting, approvals, signatures, wastage of paper, and the turnaround time was way too much for the bank, which was also costing them money, because when time is money. So when the time is getting wasted for these board of directors or the committee members, that was costing them a lot of money as well. And also as I said, the performance wise issues. So they started looking for a product that could help them in automating their committees meetings based on a predefined roles, and they wanted that the product should have the main goal, which was to define the committee's members, role of each member, and keeping the track of the task, having video and audio conference functionality, doing votings electronically, and also e-signatures, because as I said, like this signature is something which takes a lot of time and gets things delayed unnecessarily. And also they wanted to have the monitoring on the KPIs of their overall organization performance. So looking at their process and the challenge, we proposed them our modern governance solution, that was Qarar, because it was having the best fit over there, and that was the right thing to do to overcome their challenges. So as I said, with Qarar, their board of directors, it kind of empowered their board of directors, because they were able to have all of the details on the digital platform, on one centralized digital platform, and it made their life a lot easier in terms with Qarar, they had the before meeting, pre-meeting, which is before meeting, and this they had the committees and meetings preparation, like their coordinator was able to set up the agendas, set up the meetings, add meeting members, as I said, like set up the agenda, set up the topics and send it to the chairman or send it to the head of section who's responsible for approving it for the approval. And then once getting the approval, after getting the approval, the notification goes to all of the members that the meeting has been scheduled for XYZ date. And then comes in the during meeting, and during meeting it helps them in having the discussion and presentations on each topics related to that particular meeting. And on those topics, and on those discussions, there were obviously decisions. So Qarar helped them in having voting on those decisions as well. So they were able to vote right away on the top after discussing any topic, that either, I mean, how many people are in the favor of this topic or this decision, sorry, and how many are not. Other than this, also Qarar was able to help them after meeting, which is another and most important element of these meetings. Now, after meeting comes up with so many things, and one of them are minutes of meeting approvals. As we said, so once the meeting is done, Qarar automatically distributed the minutes of meeting amongst all the members automatically, and these member gets the notification, and then they approve these minutes of meeting. And the moment they approve the minutes of meeting, their electronic signature comes on the minutes of meeting automatically, and it gets back to the meeting coordinator. And also they had the task follow-up module from our solution, in which they were able to assign the task to the specific departments and specific teams on the decisions which were approved or which were voted out as with the more percentage. So they had to assign the task related to those you can say decisions. They also got their personalized dashboard and specifically reports from Qarar. Now these reports, they got these you can say the default reports and bespoke reports as well. And from the dashboard, they were able to see that how many meetings they have coming up, what are the pending meetings, what are the pending tasks related to them, what is the task progress, if there is any approval pending for them which needs their attention. So overall, basically having Qarar, their main benefit which they got was they were able to track the meetings. They were able to track the minutes of meeting, the decisions. They were able to track the voting. They do not have to look into their Outlook or onto the papers anymore, because all of this information was available for them on a centralized digital place, that was Qarar. And also they were able to save a lot of turnaround time in the approvals and in the votings and in the task follow-ups, and also they were able to save a lot of papers as well. So in short, getting Qarar made their life very easier, and it also helped them in increasing their productivity. So moving forward, at the last, as I mentioned, sorry, in the start, as I mentioned, that the last part will be for the Qarar demo, where my peer Mohammed Saleh will give you a quick demo, and he's going to show you the beauty of our application, that how how our application is creating the difference in helping these board members, or empowering these board members to get ready for the modern governance.
Saleh, sorry, unmute yourself, please.
Okay. Before that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Amir, for the introduction, and would like to thank you for your time and for to have our session about Qarar. I am Mohammed Saleh. I would like to present you our product, and I will take you on a tour in our product Qarar and brief you what is the main component about our product. As we can see, this is our first screen that you can log in by using username and password, or you can use your own SSO, the single sign-in, if you have it in your organization. Actually, in CATEC, we have did many implementation about Qarar, and based on our experience of the project that we have deployed, we have recently released the product that we're gonna see right now. Once you enter your username and password, the system will take you to the landing page. Once you enter to the landing page, the system will take you to the landing page, as we can see right here. Once we enter to the landing page, I will have a high-level dashboard. Based on this dashboard, I will see the new meetings, the started meetings, the finished meetings. So it will give me a brief about the task that I'm gonna, the meeting that I'm gonna to attend, and so on. In my basket, I will see the whole meetings that I should attend or I already attended. We have also the task module. Based on this task module, I will know which task is assigned to me and what is the required by my side, what action I'm supposed to take. Is there any follow-up I have to follow it? Is there any agenda I have to prepare? So this landing page. It will be customized based on each user, which committee you are in, what meetings in your calendar or schedule. In Qarar, we have the meeting module, and we have committee modules, we have archiving module, and we have the admin module. By using the admin module, you can define the organizational structure, you can define any external parties or the meeting rooms. If there is any physical meeting rooms in your organization, we will be integrated with your Active Directory in order to know the status of these meetings rooms, or you can do an online meeting by integrating with Microsoft Teams or Zoom for audio and video calls. Plus, we have the user manual that all users, if they need to know any information about any part of Qarar, they will go for the user manual, and they will go to the certain module, and 100% understand what they can do in this module, how they can handle this module. So because of the limitation of our time today, we have prepared committees and we have prepared meetings. So Qarar mainly it's to meet any big organization or any government entity governance and policies. Here in our case study, we have used JKB Jordan Kuwaiti Bank case study based on a certain and predefined policies for the board committee members. There is a certain rules supposed to be assigned for each committee, which reporting to the board members committee to take the decision on the spot. We have prepared a board accredited committee charter, which is responsible about the defining the risks of the credits, to approve the credits for any company, to approve the loans, etc., etc. So once you click on the committee, you will know what is the meetings that they have did, what the meetings that they are going to do, what is the topics that they're gonna discuss or already they discuss it. You will know the users of the committee. Here we can know that user 2 is a chairman, user 3 is the vice chairman, and there will be a predefined roles and authorizations for each member. So if you are a chairman, you will be approving the committee agenda, you will be approving the minutes of meeting. If you are a member, you will be just allowed to approve the minutes of meeting and to make follow-ups, etc. So this is a predefined roles will be from the admin side. It can be customized because it's our own product. And we care about the user experience. So if you can see, it's very easy, direct to the point product, and it's compatible with the mobile application, iOS and Android. So you can use it remotely without any interruption. So from here, we can create any committee we would like to do. Once I click on create a new committees, based on my role and authorization, I will enter the committee name, the date of the committee, is it internal committee or external committee. I can define if there is an external members are assigned in this committee. Is it temporary committee? I can define it if is it for a certain duration or it's a permanent committee, and I will enter the full information about this committee. Actually, this is a fast and very fast brief about Qarar. We can conduct one-to-one meeting to explain full feature about our product Qarar. When we go to the meetings, I will see that I have a defined meeting. Here I created a meeting in order to save our times. I created a meeting and I defined the committee that we are going to do this meeting under. Where is the meeting location? It will be on Microsoft Teams. What time will be our meeting? Who are the attendees, and each role of any attendee. Plus, I have defined two main topics to be discussed. I have defined topic number one, which is bank strategic plan discussion. Here, I will see the topic summary or the discussion that we are gonna speak about among our meeting. Also, we have the attachment at the presentation that we're gonna explain about each topic. So you can download it. You can see the full details about the topic that you're gonna explain and discuss. Then once I start the meeting or I establish the meeting, I will send it to the chairman to be approved. Once I send it to the chairman, status here will be changed, that this meeting has been prepared and sent to the chairman to be discussed from the, to be approved from the chairman username and password. I will use the chairman username and password right now to approve the meeting that I have created. Here, once I enter using the chairman password, we can see that the basket has been changed based on the...
Muhammad, sorry, but we didn't see, we cannot see.
Sorry.
Yes, now we can see.
Can you shift it?
Yes.
Sorry for this. Here I have, let me go back. I have entered using the chairman username and password. Once I enter as a chairman, I will see a different basket that the meetings and tasks that are assigned to the chairman. Here is the meeting that we have created. The chairman can enter from here. He can see the full details about the meeting that we're gonna explain, or the chairman can go to the meeting basket in order to get a full information about our meeting and approve it. Once we go to the meeting basket, the chairman will have a full action about the meeting in order to approve or to reject or to send it back to the coordinator in order to change any part of the minutes of meeting. I will see here that I have two meetings. I will know each status about any meeting. This is waiting for the chairman approval. This is waiting for the member approvals, and etc. and so on. Once I click in the meeting, I will go direct to approve the meeting agenda. Then we will start our meeting and we can see what we can do using our product capabilities. Here, I can download the agenda and I can download the topics to see what is the topics that we're gonna present and we're gonna discuss. Then I will approve the agenda. The agenda will be approved and a notification will be sent to the committee coordinator in order to start the meeting and notify the other members that we will start our meeting, and we will start discussing the topics, we will start voting, etc. So here we have the user, the coordinator user. The status has been changed, that chairman has approved the agenda, and now we can start the meeting. Once I start the meeting, also the status will be changed to any progress. All the members will be notified that the current meeting has been started, and we can join the meeting. Once we join the meeting, the counter back down will be starting. in order to meet our time for each topic and to discuss it clearly. For me as a coordinator, I will select that this topic, we will start discussing this topic. As we can see here, there is a progress bar. The presenter will be aware that how many minutes he has reduced on this topic, and in order to control the meeting time and to discuss the full topics that we're gonna discuss. Also, I can see the full information about the attachment, and I can allow the voting. In our product, we have two types of voting. We have public voting or private voting. So I will make it a public voting. I will ask members to start vote on this topic. Let me log in using a member username and password. Here, as we see, I have a meeting in progress, and I can join. Once I join the meeting, I will see the topics that we are discussing, and I will see a voting, so I can vote by approving it or rejecting it, and notified will be shared with the coordinator, and all of this voting or discussion or action will be recorded in the minutes of meeting, as we're gonna see right now. So I will start right now the second topic. And I can see the full also for the second topic that we're gonna discuss, which is a different topic about the first one. Then we will stop the meeting from the coordinator, that everything has been discussed, the minutes of meeting has been recorded, all the discussion has been written by the committee coordinator, and we can stop our meeting. Once we stop the meeting, it will be disabled for other members. And now I can enter the discussions that we have discussed on each topic. I select the topic, I will put any note or I will add any attachment, or I will put a topic that has been approved, and so on. Once I enter the full details about the meeting and the topics that we have discussed, we can see the discussion that happened, summary. Then I will send the MOM to members to be approved and shared with all members. So once I send the MOM to members to be approved, here we can know that minutes of meeting is waiting for the members' approval. By going back to the member username and password, I can see that I have task in my meeting to endorse the minutes of meeting. I can download the minutes of meeting in order to read it, to see if I need to change anything and send it back to the coordinator if I have any comment, and so on. Or I can see for each topic as well. Then I will endorse. Once I endorse, direct the minutes of meeting will be having my signature as a member. As we can see right now, the member user 3 has approved the minutes of meeting. All the signature will be downloaded in the minutes of meeting, and also all members has access to our minutes of meeting based on their role and responsibilities. So this is a very fast brief about Qarar, and we can, as I mentioned, we can have a one-to-one meeting in order to explain in details the full feature about Qarar, how you can define the compliances, how you can define and meet your governance within your organization. So right now, I will be glad to have your a question and to discuss Qarar from your point of view.
Thank you, Saleh. Thank you for your time. We just have some questions in the question and answer box. We can start with one question from Sarah. Is it restrict or to certain number of members?
Actually, in Qarar, we have two types. It can be per user or can be perpetual license and enterprise license, unlimited user.
Okay. The other question, what is the implementation duration for as is without customization?
For the as is implementation, it will not take more than maximum 2 months after preparing the deployment environment and integrating Qarar with your organizational structure.
Thank you. There's a question, I think, from Lily. Can we check the mobile app interface?
Sure, we will share the full mobile app brochure along with our recording link.
Okay, thank you. There's other question. What type of signature?
We have the digital signature, as we can see. Also, right now, our R&D department is looking to have integration with the UAE pass, so you can use your own UAE pass to approve or sign any document.
There's also other questions. I think Hijazi, he already answered, but he can answer. What about the safety and controls of Qarar? How safe it is and what controls are in place? So maybe Hijazi, you can answer.
That's okay.
Yes, continue, Mohammed.
Yeah, it's okay. Actually, we have implemented Qarar in many entities which has a high-risk portfolio, like government, as you saw, the banking sector. So we have applied security in Qarar that all data and all meetings are encrypted in our database. And other clients are asking for OTP, for example, in order to have it. To sign the document. So you have to enter your OTP code in order to get your signature. So this is one of the securities that we are applying, plus the encryption module.
You want to add anything, Hijazi?
Oh, it's enough.
Okay. Other question, what is the benefit added from Qarar over Microsoft Teams?
Sure. In Microsoft Teams, we have two things. That first of all, you can have your own calendar integrated with Microsoft Teams, so you will avoid any conflict in your calendar. Plus, we have applied. Let me show you in Microsoft Teams. We have applied our AI bot, which is Mahin that Muhammad Amir has explained before. By using a chat of our bot, you can send any comment or a predefined comment to our bot. It will go and fetch the needed information. Here, I ask the bot to send me my calendars, which meeting I supposed to attend and times, or I can send him to share with me the agenda that I have to approve, or anything in Qarar. We can integrate our bot to use Qarar feature. So, like here, we can see that I have a meeting today at 3.
Yes, in addition to generate all templates automatically from the system, voting and the voting result is collected from the meeting on spot. Also, the follow-ups for the meetings and the decisions, executions can have been done from Qarar system automatically, and remind all members about signatures and collect all members' signatures dynamically and appended to attachment of MOM, and also can based on the voting or specific criteria, can we made or start follow up dynamically as it's need general manager approval or high level approvals.
Thank you, Hijazi. Other question, the voting is for the whole meeting or based on one attachment inside the meeting?
The voting will be based topics. So we have a defined topics, topic number 1, topic number 2, topic number 3. So I will allow the voting for each topic. And in the minutes of meeting, if my selection was public voting or private voting, if it's public voting, it will be shared with the minutes of meeting. If it's private, it will be recorded in the system database for each separate topics.
Last few question. Can this product be integrated with the scanners?
Yes, sure. We can integrate with the scanner. It's our own product, and we can prepare an API and integrate it with any third-party solution or a scanner solution.
I think this is the last question.
No, Kinda, I can see more questions coming up. So there is a question from Adil Irshad is asking how many persons can use this app within an organization. Number of people can share one software.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so Adil, I mean, as Mohammed Saleh has mentioned, that unlimited number of people, we have two kind of licensing model. One is as per on the user base, another one is on perpetual license as per the entity. The one which is the entity based, in that the organization can have unlimited users, and unlimited users can use this application at the same time throughout the organization.
Sure.
Then we have a question. They said they're saying, one second. And if we are around 30 employees in the UAE and the same in Turkey, how many licenses should we get? Is it named users? Sorry,
Yes,
can you answer
yes,
this?
it can be a named user, or you can acquire the perpetual license, which has an unlimited user.
Okay, and there is some Muhammad Habash is asking, would please elaborate on the license fees per server and per user? Thank you.
Sure. In CATEC, actually, we have the license is divided to the server license, that our IP license, and then you can have the number of user license. So in this term, there is the license will be divided for two sections: the IP license and the user license, in case you need per user.
Thank you. There is one question from Shoaib Al-Hello. He's saying, does it support Oracle SSO integration?
Yes, we can integrate with Oracle SSO, and we have did it in one of government entities in Abu Dhabi recently.
Okay, there was one more question. They're asking how many topics I can have. So I think they can have
unlimited topics. You can have unlimited topics based under each committee.
Okay, they're saying, can Muhammad Habash is asking again, can external user join using meeting apps like Teams or Zoom and be able to join with audio and see the shared screen in Qarar?
Yes, sure. Yes, sure. But you have to define them as external user in the admin module. So then you will invite it for this topic. So you can define your attendees list, and you can define who's internal user or who's external user, and you can call them for the meeting, and they will have privilege to access the meeting as we expect.
Yes, one additional thing, if for Microsoft Teams and Zoom, once the agenda or meetings approved from the chairman or from the authorized user, automatically the system will generate Microsoft Teams meeting, and we will generate the link URL to join and to share with the authorized people.
Thank you. We have one more question. They're asking, what about maintenance?
Sure. If you need a perpetual license, there will be a yearly SLA. If you have subscription module, it will be renewable with the subscription.
Thank you. Well, again, someone is asking, I think it's been answered already, but we'll answer again. It's saying, is it based on number of users?
Yeah, as we mentioned, it's your call, it's your choice. If you need a perpetual license or if you need a per user license.
Okay, and someone is saying, I'm sorry, can you repeat again the integration between MS Teams again?
Hi, Jazzy, please.
Yes, when the agenda or the meetings approved, the system will create new meetings in Microsoft Teams calendar, and will generate URL for joining, and as well as for for Zoom. Okay, and it will be shared by the members. and if the coordinator or the authorized user need to chair or join a guest for this meeting, it can be share the URL of the meeting with.
Great. There is one question being asked by Javed Shah. He's saying, they need to, I think you did not answer what controls are in place about OTP. I want to know how controls are monitored and protected from hackers.
Again, what is the question?
So they want to know about OTP, the controls about, basically they're asking about security. This question is related to security. So they're asking about OTP, one-time password, and they're asking about how secure the platform is.
Yes, we use the OTP for logging the user to the system and for signatures. Each user has his own OTP, which be generated automatically with Microsoft. Okay, and it will be secured and encrypted, and when the user sign in or try to call or request OTP, it will be saved and encrypted to make when the device just join the meeting or access the attachment or sign the documents.
Sure, and I would like to add here, Hijazi, that our product has been used by big government entities across GCC countries and in Jordan. As Amir mentioned, that we have our project with Jordan Kuwaiti Bank, and we are complied with the banking sector security standards. So we have applied a lot of securities in order to meet those compliances and standards.
Yes, and each OTP it's connected with the token for specific user. Okay, and we compare this token every time it's called to prevent hackers, for example, to send the same OTP again or from another devices.
I think we finished all the questions and the time of the session. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mohammed Saleh. Thank you, Mohammed Hijazi. Thank you, Amir. And thank you all attendants. Please, if you have any comments or any feedback, just send it to us. You can send here in the chat and also by email. And please, if you try to answer the survey, it will come to your email after the webinar directly. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Kinga. Thank you, everybody. Nice meeting you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, all the attendees.